It's Wednesday. We like to talk about your money,
Your
my
money?
money, our collective money, or lack thereof. Interest rates are going up, and it's easy to think you're only affected by the interest rates if you're in the market for a house or a car. But if you have a credit card balance, you may have already been hit with an increase.
Indeed.
Yeah.
According to the Federal Reserve, 84% of Americans have at least one credit card, and half of them carry a balance from month to month.
Yeah.
You pay yours off automatically? Or?
I pay it off automatically.
Yeah, I do. I tend to do that.
Jason Feifer, the editor-in-chief of Entrepreneur Magazine, joins us to explain why this is happening. And he's going to offer us some tips on how to pay down our credit card bills. He's going to give us a loan.
Is that it, Jason? I like this guy already.
That's it. I'm here to hand out money. I'm very excited
What
for
a
it.
guy.
Jason, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We like to talk about money.
Let's get to it.
Always great to be here.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you. The Federal Reserve, though, has already raised rates twice in the last few months. So does that mean our credit card interest rates have already gone up, or is there a lag between those two?
So I am the bearer of bad news. Rates going up, probably going to keep going up because the Federal Reserve is expected to continue raising interest rates until it gets inflation under control. And when they raise rates, your credit card interest rate goes up too. The average credit card interest rate right now is about 16.8%, but it could go up to 18% by the end of the year. That is crazy.
You just gave me agita with that. I have to tell you, I'm pretty good about checking my statements every month. But do the credit card companies have to tell us that they raise the rates?
So it depends on the situation. If it's just a normal raise, then yes, they give you at least 45 days of notice. And if you can pay off your balance before those 45 days, you can do it under the old rate. But if you're delinquent or if you had a promotional rate or something like that, then no, they don't actually have to tell you.
Because I want to say the interest rates, they could stick it to you. Look at this. We actually have this unbelievable. The average credit card balance is $5,225,000. Holy cow.
Okay.
If you're paying 20% APR, you're only making minimum payments.
Oh my.
It'll take you 58 years to pay off your credit card. That's
ridiculous.
Nearly $25,000 in interest.
That's ridiculous when you see the numbers.
Yeah, and this is why people are stuck in credit card debt, because it can feel like a trap. It is so hard to get out from under it.
Okay, so how do we avoid this scenario? What's the first thing we should do to pay down our credit cards? I think it's obvious, but let's see.
Yeah, well, no, I think it is obvious, which is you got to pay it down, but you got to understand what you're working with. Before you save, think of it this way, before you save, you have to know how to spend.
Right.
So what are you spending your money on? My wife and I just recently went through this and found out how unbelievably overwhelming it can be to look at your expenses and figure out how you are spending. We were going through months and months of credit card statements, and it's crazy. So here's my suggestion. Categorize. Most banks have an online tool that'll show you how you're spending by categories: groceries, transportation, entertainment, and so on. That way you can get a good look at roughly how you're spending, and you can start to think about where you can cut back. You may also want to start shifting towards spending with cash as a way to avoid overspending or making impulse purchases.
Sure. So many people carry more than one credit card. So how do you recommend tackling more than one at a time? One's bad enough, but when you start to get 3, 4, and 5, how do you tackle that?
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, You think that one is bad to pay off, and you think about all this, and now you're really trapped. So, okay, there are a number of strategies to think about here. You have to find the one that's right for you. Strategy number one, identify the card with the highest interest rate, and then put extra money towards paying that one off first. That way you're getting out from under the card that's costing you the most. But don't forget to pay the minimum on your other cards too, because otherwise you're just creating more problems. And then of course, when that card is paid off, you move to the card with the second highest interest rate and so on. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two, pay off the card with the smallest balance first, just to get it out of the way. Quick sense of progress. You're going to need that feeling of momentum for something like this. And then strategy number three, you can consolidate your debt into one card with a lower rate, but you will be hit with a fee when you're moving debt from one card to the other. So you want to do some math and make sure that you're going to be saving money more by having that lower interest rate than you would be spending on the fee.
What is your thought on getting a credit counselor, someone who can help you suss through all of this?
I think that generally speaking, if you feel like you need help, then you need help. And there's no shame in turning to someone and finding someone who can help you. A credit counselor is someone who can do that. Credit counselors are certified and trained to help you manage your budget and your debt. They can discuss your situation, develop a personalized plan, and so on. Now, look, there's a lot of shady people out there in the world. You don't want to just go to any random person on the internet and say, here are all my finances.
Right.
So want to figure out who you can trust. The Justice Department actually offers a list of approved counseling agencies. So you can find that pretty simply. Just Google list of credit counseling agencies and then pick the result from justice.gov.
So probably educating yourself first is the best thing to do, right?
Wait, but Jason, are you still married after you had that conversation with your wife?
I am. You know what we did? We turned to help as well. We went through it all, and then we got a financial advisor who could walk us through everything that we needed. Again, I like the more help you can find on something like this, the better. You cannot do this stuff alone. It is extremely difficult, and it can be gut-wrenching to try to figure out how to get your finances in order.
Jason, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for your honesty, by the way.
Mazel.
Great
of
information.
course. I'm an open book over here, but I'm not handing out loans. I'm sorry.
Come on.